Hey guys, this is Adam with Carnage Comics and Cards. We're going to do an X-Men video. We're going to talk about my collection and what I know about it, and then we'll do a second part about major keys and some values and stuff, looking at some websites for that stuff. So let's get into it. The first issue I got here is number 150. This is a Chris Claremont issue. It's nothing special. This is actually a really affordable comic. I love the art on this piece. I actually got this to take to PlanetCon. I'm in the Kansas City area and was going to get signed and just ran out of time. Sometime I'll show all the comic books that I got signed while I was there, but this is one that I bought for that reason, and fortunately didn't get signed, but still a cool comic book. That's the only Silver Age I got, or Bronze Age comic. Not sure on the date on this. Actually, let's take a look. 1981, so yeah, that's gonna be Bronze Age. So moving on here, I have a lot of 90s X-Men right now. I'd like to get some older stuff, but I love these 90s ones and they're really affordable. This is the Magneto cover. This is X-Men #1 from 1991. Sorry, I'm not good with dates. Luckily they put them on the covers. So this is the Magneto cover. It's a connecting cover. So I have this one. They're all connecting, all four of them. I have, this is the actual issue, not a variant cover. And then I have also, this one has got a fold out. That's why there's this edge here. And this one, if you can look, it connects like that. There's a missing one, so I want to get that one that I'm missing. But these are pretty affordable. I think they're like 10, 20 bucks for each of them. The next one I got here is X-Men #2. This one I just picked up. If you saw my pull request video. I love these 90s covers. I don't know what it is about these X-Men 90s covers, but man, they do it for me. For whatever reason they do. The early ones more than anything. Next, this one's a little bit more expensive, and I don't think it's rare. I think it's just that it's so sought after. It's a key issue, Omega Red. It's the first appearance of Omega Red. This is issue #4. I just love this cover with Gambit, Wolverine, and Jubilee. I think it's a sick cover. Then I have issue #6. You obviously have Sabretooth and Psylocke, I believe. So Psylocke is beautiful in this cover here. It's a really nice cover. You got Wolverine getting the tar kicked out of him. Seems like Sabretooth is always kicking the tar out of Wolverine on these covers for whatever reason. But I picked this one up, and it's, you know, obviously not sequential, but I pick them up based on like the covers I like. This is another one I have, #14. Just a cool cover. I don't really care for the pink, but still another great cover. Not a key in any way. This one also not a key, just #19. I love all these early series 90s covers. All right, so moving from Silver, Bronze Age stuff, we're going to move right into some modern age stuff. So this first one here, this was a one-off, the original X-Men, just a special, and I don't know, I just picked this up on a whim, and this is really what got me started in X-Men. I mean, obviously I was into the 90s cartoons, being a 90s kid. I loved the 90s cartoons, but this was one of the first ones I got, actually, when I started getting into collecting. Great issue. Something about the Phoenix, you know, the story's not super interesting, but I think it was setting up for something else that might be coming down the road with the original X-Men. All right, so when I started collecting, it was the Age of Krakoa, and this is the end of the Age of Krakoa. This is, I believe, an Art Germ variant. I don't know, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but this is magic. Really amazing cover. However, this is the only one I got for Fall of the House of X, and same thing with Rise of the Powers of 10. This just didn't do it for me at all. These issues just were kind of all over the place, and there was not really a great story there, and I just fell out of it. So, but the series is, sorry about the camera jiggle there. The series is about to relaunch with Jed MacKay, and I thought now would be a good time to start to take a look at this stuff. So I'm really excited for that relaunch. There's also going to be an Uncanny X-Men, and also a X-Force, which of course Deadpool. I'm a huge Deadpool fan, so I got those added to my pull list. So we'll kind of see what those are like. I'm excited to jump into some X-Men. So, all right, let's move to the computer and take a look at some keys and values and things.
All right, so here we are on the computer, and I'm going to point out this website, Key Collector Comics. So if you're a comic book collector, this is a great site. Another great site is Comic Book Geek, I believe. So like you can keep track of League of Comic Geeks. There you go. You can keep track of what your polls are and what's coming out and things like that. I think it's very valuable for that stuff. However, I like to pull this up anytime like I'm out in the wild and I'm looking up comic books. I use this website, and here we go. So we can take a look here. X-Men. See, this is only a $5 comic, so I overpaid for most of these. Here's number 4. If I add non-key issues, right? So take a look here. Here's number 2. I think I'm missing, is it? So I have this one. It's not showing all the variants. I gotta add variants. There we go. All right. I don't have any the negative ones. I don't know if that really interests me all that much, but all right. So you have here's the one that I'm missing right there. $15 newsstand edition. So there's newsstands editions, and then there's direct editions. Your direct editions aren't going to have a barcode. I guess newsstand just means that like it's sold in like a Walmart or something like that. I don't know if that's true anymore, but that used to be the case. So you can see there's a couple of these. But if we go back here, let's look at keys. There's not a lot of keys for the 90 series. The big ones are the ones I have, but there's also this, let me find it here, what I'm really interested in. Number 11 obviously is a big one. Iconic cover by Jim Lee. I love this cover. And let's see here. Number 12 is a pretty cool cover too. Here's number 14. Let's see here. If I keep going. I love this cover, number 24. This is an epic cover with Gambit and Rogue. These hologram ones, these are really popular. There's lots. Spider-Man has this. A lot of the Marvel comics have these, and they're highly sought after. The wedding of Jean Grey and Cyclops. I'm trying to find the one that I know is a big key. Yeah, it's here. It's slightly later. I think it's the Dark Phoenix cover. Almost there. This is a pretty big one. Here we go. Onslaught, right? So first appearance of Onslaught, a creation born from the mind of Charles X and Magneto. It's from what I know about this, it's like the two of them mixed together, and it takes quite a bit to take them down, but this is a very popular one. This is one I'd really like to get my hands on soon. But let's go back to series and look at the original X-Men series. So X-Men, there's quite a different, there's quite a variety of X-Men. So you have just X-Men, you have Uncanny X-Men, and there's just lots of spin-offs of X-Men. I try to stick to just Uncanny X-Men right now and just the main X-Men title from the 90s. Maybe I'll branch out. But this obviously is the big one. So here you go. This is the Grail right here. So Uncanny X-Men #1, epic cover, really hard to find in a high grade, 1963. So yeah, the obviously lots of different keys here. The next notable key for me is going to be, let's see, turn off non-key issues, right? Is X-Men 100 is a huge key. All of these are obviously, there's different things in each one of these. And you can get on this website and take a look at these. I'm just kind of talking about the notable ones for me. Things that I'm interested in the moment. So X-Men #100, Uncanny X-Men, that is. Here you go. Is an epic cover by, who does this cover? I forget. Few details. It is Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum. So Dave Cockrum does this cover. It's a great cover. Back up here. And then you have X-Men 101. This is a, if you can find this in lower grades for a lot cheaper, but this is X-Men. This is the Phoenix, a famous Phoenix cover. First full appearance of Black Tom Cassidy. Yeah, that's not the important part. I think the important part here is Jean Grey as the Phoenix. Let me back up here. I missed another key one that it's worth talking about, and it's the, so this gets, X-Men goes from X-Men to Uncanny X-Men, and it's the first issue that Chris Claremont, I believe, is involved in the X-Men series, and I may be wrong about that. Educate me in the comments if I'm wrong. All right, let's, oh, it's 94. Okay, so if I come back here, can't remember the number. Oh, there we go. So here you go. This is an epic cover. Very expensive book. X-Men 94. X-Men. There we go. So this is obviously the grail for a lot of people. Giant Size X-Men. It's the first appearance of the new team. From what I understand, the series was dying, and so they brought in these new X-Men, and I believe Chris Claremont wrote this. And let me double check. Oh no, Len. I can't say that name. Len Wein, I believe. Okay, so Len Wein wrote this and basically relaunched the series. And you know, the X-Men that we know today are thanks to this issue right here. And you can get a really low grade copy for a little less than $7,000. That's a high point. So $2,000 to $700, you can maybe pick up this book. So there's a funny story I've heard from other YouTubers about the X-Men and the story behind it. So I guess that Stan Lee was writing all of these different characters, and they got tired of doing the backstories for all of them. So rather than doing backstories, they're like, you know what? If they're all mutants, right? They're born that way, and we don't have to do backstories. So allowed them the ability to create heroes without giving them backstories. So just an interesting tidbit about the X-Men that I picked up. And those are the major keys. Those are the kind of the price points. This will all be found on Key Collector Comics. Not sponsored by them or anything. Just where I get my information. All right, guys. Like and subscribe. Check out my other content, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, Giant Size.